Welcome back to Home Cooking and Home Remedies. Today's topic is one that could literally save your life: kidney health. Think about it, your kidneys are only the size of a fist, but every single day they filter around 50 gallons of blood, removing waste, balancing electrolytes, controlling blood pressure, and even producing hormones that help your body make red blood cells. They're working silently, 24/7, without you even noticing. But here's the scary part: kidney disease is often called a silent killer. You usually don't feel pain or notice symptoms until things are already advanced. And once kidney tissue is damaged, it rarely heals. That's why prevention is everything. In today's episode, we'll explore 10 everyday habits that quietly damage your kidneys, habits so common that many people think they're harmless. But the science says otherwise. Then, we'll shift gears and talk about 10 powerful, research-backed habits that actually protect your kidneys and give them the strength to keep serving you for a lifetime. So let's dive in. Part 1: 10 habits that damage your kidneys. 1. Eating too many processed foods, sodium, additives, and kidney overload. Processed foods may be cheap and convenient, but they're loaded with sodium, preservatives, phosphorus additives, and unhealthy fats. Foods like frozen pizza, instant noodles, packaged snacks, deli meats, and fast food meals silently put your kidneys on overdrive. Here's why: sodium makes the body hold on to excess water, raising blood pressure. Over time, this high pressure injures the kidney's delicate filters. Phosphorus additives, commonly used in baked goods, sodas, and processed meats, are absorbed quickly into the blood and can cause bone loss and vascular calcification, problems that stress the kidneys further. According to the CDC, Americans consume over 3,400 milligrams of sodium per day, far above the recommended limit of 2,300 milligrams. That extra salt isn't just raising blood pressure, it's damaging kidneys silently, meal after meal. Transition: and while food is important, what you don't drink can hurt you just as much. 2. Chronic dehydration, the hidden stress on kidneys. Water is the kidney's best friend. It helps flush toxins, balance electrolytes, and prevent kidney stones. But many of us live in a constant state of mild dehydration, sipping coffee and sodas instead of plain water. When you don't drink enough, your blood becomes more concentrated, making the kidneys work harder to filter it. Waste builds up, increasing the risk of kidney stones and urinary tract infections. Research in the American Journal of Physiology found that chronic dehydration raises levels of vasopressin, a hormone that forces kidneys to conserve water but increases their workload. The signs are simple: dark urine, fatigue, dizziness. Yet many people ignore them. Over time, that stress compounds into long-term kidney decline. 3. Spiking blood sugar, silent damage to kidney filters. Sugar doesn't just harm your waistline. Every time your blood sugar spikes, after soda, sweets, or refined carbs, it injures the tiny blood vessels in your kidneys. These vessels, called glomeruli, act like sieves. High blood sugar makes them scar and stiffen, reducing their ability to filter toxins. This condition, known as diabetic nephropathy, is the leading cause of kidney failure worldwide. Even before diabetes is diagnosed, frequent sugar spikes cause oxidative stress, inflaming kidney tissues. Over time, proteins like albumin start leaking into urine, a warning sign of kidney disease. The scary part? You may feel fine while damage builds quietly. By the time blood sugar control is a problem, kidneys may already be compromised. 4. High blood pressure, the silent killer of kidney health. Hypertension is often symptomless, but inside your body, it's doing real damage. Imagine high-pressure water constantly flowing through delicate filters; they eventually wear down. That's exactly what happens in the kidneys. The American Heart Association identifies high blood pressure as the second leading cause of kidney failure after diabetes. As the vessels harden and narrow, kidneys lose their ability to filter blood efficiently. Worse, damaged kidneys release hormones that actually raise blood pressure further, creating a vicious cycle. Even slightly elevated blood pressure, if left untreated, can cause long-term decline. That's why regular monitoring is vital. 5. Excess lean protein, when too much of a good thing becomes harmful. Protein is essential for muscles, immunity, and healing. But too much, especially from animal sources, forces your kidneys to work overtime. When protein is broken down, it produces nitrogen waste. The kidneys filter this waste, but when intake is consistently high, it leads to glomerular hyperfiltration, excessive strain on the kidney filters. A review in Current Opinion in Clinical Nutrition and Metabolic Care shows that high-protein diets can accelerate kidney damage in people at risk. Even healthy individuals may face problems like kidney stones if protein intake is extreme. Balance is key, enough protein to support health, but not so much that the kidneys suffer. 6. Regular NSAID use, everyday painkillers with hidden dangers. Medications like ibuprofen, naproxen, and diclofenac are widely used for headaches, joint pain, or fevers. But here's the catch: NSAIDs reduce blood flow to the kidneys by blocking prostaglandins, chemicals that keep blood vessels open. Long-term use, especially daily, has been linked to both acute kidney injury and chronic kidney disease. A study in Kidney International found that regular NSAID users face significantly higher kidney risks, particularly if they are also dehydrated, diabetic, or hypertensive. Because these drugs are available over the counter, many assume they're harmless. But for the kidneys, daily use is dangerous. 7. High sugar intake, double trouble for insulin and kidneys. We already covered sugar spikes, but here's the bigger picture. Consistently high sugar intake leads to insulin resistance, a condition where your body stops responding properly to insulin. Insulin resistance drives obesity, high blood pressure, and chronic inflammation, all of which destroy kidney function. A study in BMC nephrology showed that high sugar intake reduces kidney filtration rates even in non-diabetics. Sugary drinks like sodas and energy drinks are especially harmful, combining glucose, fructose, caffeine, and chemicals that overwhelm the kidneys. This creates a vicious cycle. Insulin resistance damages kidneys, weaker kidneys make sugar harder to control, and the cycle continues. 8. Chronic poor sleep, disrupting the body's repair cycle. Sleep is not just rest, it's repair. During deep sleep, your body restores hormone balance, repairs tissues, and lowers blood pressure. Chronic sleep deprivation keeps stress hormones like cortisol high, which raises blood pressure and blood sugar, both enemies of kidney health. The Journal of the American Society of Nephrology found that people who sleep fewer than 6 hours per night are at much higher risk for kidney disease. Sleep apnea, a condition that interrupts breathing at night, is especially harmful to kidney function. Good sleep hygiene isn't optional, it's kidney protection. 9. Insulin resistance, the hidden driver of kidney decline. Insulin resistance often develops silently, years before diabetes. Yet it drives kidney damage by raising blood sugar, increasing blood pressure, and triggering inflammation. Researchers at the University of Tokyo found a strong link between insulin resistance and reduced kidney filtration rates even in people without diabetes. This means kidney decline can begin long before obvious warning signs appear. And because insulin resistance is often lifestyle-driven, caused by poor diet, obesity, and lack of exercise, it is both preventable and reversible. 10. Ignoring lab markers, missing the early warning signs. Perhaps the biggest mistake is neglecting regular checkups. Kidney disease progresses silently, but lab markers can reveal problems early. Tests like serum creatinine, eGFR, glomerular filtration rate, and urine albumin detect kidney stress long before symptoms appear. The National Kidney Foundation stresses that early detection can slow or even stop progression. Yet many people only learn about kidney disease when dialysis or transplant is already needed. Monitoring your kidney health regularly is like having an alarm system, it gives you time to act. 10 habits that protect and heal your kidneys. 1. Stay hydrated the right way. Let's start with the simplest, yet most powerful habit. Water. Your kidneys depend on it to flush toxins and keep waste from building up. Think of your kidneys like coffee filters. If the filter dries up, everything clogs. That's what chronic dehydration does inside your body. Studies show that people who consistently drink too little water have a higher risk of kidney stones and kidney decline. On the other hand, proper hydration keeps your urine diluted, lowers the risk of stones, and makes filtering easier. Now, this doesn't mean guzzling 4 liters at once. Overhydration can also strain kidneys. The sweet spot? Around 7 to 8 glasses a day, adjusted for climate and activity. The golden rule is simple: look at your urine. Pale yellow is perfect, dark yellow is a warning. So next time you reach for soda or coffee, ask yourself, when was the last time you had plain water? Your kidneys will thank you. 2. Maintain healthy blood pressure and blood sugar. 2 of the biggest threats to your kidneys are high blood pressure and uncontrolled blood sugar. Together, they account for most cases of chronic kidney disease worldwide. Why? Because high blood pressure pushes blood too forcefully through the delicate kidney filters, damaging them over time. Meanwhile, high blood sugar scars those same filters, a condition known as diabetic nephropathy. Even slightly elevated levels, over the years, take their toll. The good news is that both are controllable. Balanced meals rich in fiber prevent sugar spikes. Cutting back on salt, staying active, and managing stress all help lower blood pressure. Doctors recommend keeping your blood pressure under 120/80 mmHg and blood sugar in the normal range. It may sound technical, but it's really about everyday choices: fewer sodas, more vegetables, less processed salt, more whole foods, less stress, more rest. These choices keep your kidneys safe from the 2 biggest killers. 3. Eat a kidney-friendly diet. Food is medicine, or poison. A kidney-friendly diet isn't about restrictions, it's about balance. Research points again and again to the Mediterranean diet as one of the most protective patterns. It's full of vegetables, fruits, whole grains, beans, nuts, fish, and olive oil. These foods are loaded with antioxidants that fight oxidative stress, one of the main drivers of kidney damage. On the other hand, diets high in red meat, sugary drinks, and processed snacks overload the kidneys with salt, phosphorus, and unhealthy fats. Over time, this leads to high blood pressure, obesity, and eventually kidney decline. So here's a simple way to think about it: if your plate is colorful with plants and whole foods, you're protecting your kidneys. If it's beige and packaged, you're stressing them. 4. Get enough quality sleep. Sleep isn't just downtime, it's repair time. During deep sleep, your body balances hormones that regulate blood pressure and blood sugar. Both of these directly affect kidney health. If you cut sleep short, your cortisol, the stress hormone, stays high, raising pressure and sugar, which in turn harms kidneys. Research in the Journal of the American Society of Nephrology shows that people who sleep fewer than 6 hours are at much greater risk of kidney problems compared to those who get 7 to 8. And for those with sleep apnea, untreated poor sleep accelerates kidney decline even faster. So if you want to give your kidneys a break, protect your sleep. Aim for consistency, 7 to 8 hours, in a dark, quiet room. Treat sleep like medicine, because for your kidneys, that's exactly what it is. 5. Exercise regularly but safely. Movement is medicine. Regular physical activity improves insulin sensitivity, lowers blood pressure, and keeps weight in check, all vital for kidney protection. Even something as simple as 30 minutes of brisk walking most days has measurable benefits for kidney health. But here's the key: balance. Extreme overtraining, especially without proper hydration, can lead to rhabdomyolysis, a condition where muscle breakdown floods the kidneys with waste. It's rare but serious. So aim for steady, moderate exercise, walking, yoga, swimming, cycling. Activities that you can sustain long-term, without burning out. Your kidneys benefit when the rest of your body stays balanced. 6. Limit alcohol and quit smoking. Both alcohol and smoking are toxic to kidneys, though in different ways. Alcohol dehydrates, raises blood pressure, and contributes to liver disease, which indirectly stresses kidneys. Heavy drinkers have a much higher risk of kidney failure. Smoking is even worse. It damages blood vessels, reduces oxygen delivery, and increases the risk of kidney cancer. Studies show smokers not only have higher rates of chronic kidney disease but also progress to kidney failure faster. The good news? Quitting helps. Former smokers see their risk of kidney decline slow dramatically compared to those who keep smoking. And reducing alcohol to minimal or zero levels lowers strain on both the kidneys and the liver. So if there's one lifestyle change that gives you immediate protection, it's dropping the cigarette and cutting the bottle. 7. Protect against overuse of medications. Not all threats to kidneys come from lifestyle. Some come from the medicine cabinet. Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, NSAIDs like ibuprofen and naproxen, reduce blood flow to the kidneys. If used daily, especially in high doses, they can cause long-term injury. Certain antibiotics and even herbal supplements can also stress kidneys. The danger is that many people self-medicate, assuming over-the-counter means safe. But for kidneys, even mild medicines can be harmful if taken excessively or for long periods. The solution? Always check with your doctor, especially if you have other risk factors like diabetes, hypertension, or dehydration. Painkillers are fine for occasional use, but kidneys suffer when they become routine. 8. Reduce exposure to environmental toxins. Every day, kidneys filter not just food waste, but chemicals from our environment. Plastics leach phthalates and bisphenol, which act as endocrine disruptors and interfere with hormone balance. Heavy metals like lead and cadmium, often found in contaminated water or certain foods, also accumulate in kidney tissue. Over time, this toxic load weakens kidneys silently. But you can reduce exposure. Use glass or stainless steel containers instead of plastic. Don't microwave food in plastic. Filter your water if you live in an area with questionable supply. These small steps lower the chemical burden your kidneys face. Remember, kidneys are your body's natural detox system. Reducing toxins outside means less stress inside. 9. Manage stress effectively. Stress isn't just in your head, it's in your kidneys too. Chronic stress raises cortisol, which drives up blood pressure and blood sugar. Both of these strain kidneys over time. Stress also disrupts sleep, compounding the damage. The solution doesn't have to be complicated. Simple breathing exercises, meditation, journaling, or spending 20 minutes in nature can reset stress hormones. Scientific studies show that stress reduction lowers inflammatory markers and improves overall kidney outcomes. Think of stress like a hidden toxin. You may not taste it, but your kidneys feel it. Managing stress daily is as important as managing diet. 10. Monitor kidney health regularly. Finally, the most important protective habit: don't ignore your labs. Kidney disease is called a silent killer because you won't feel symptoms until it's advanced. But regular checkups catch trouble early. Key tests include serum creatinine and eGFR, which measure how well your kidneys filter blood, and urine albumin, which detects protein leakage, a red flag for kidney stress. For most people, annual testing is enough. For those with diabetes, hypertension, or family history, testing every 6 months is safer. These simple tests act like an alarm system. Catch problems early, and doctors can guide you toward diet, lifestyle, or treatment changes that slow or even stop progression. Wait too long, and dialysis becomes the only option. Conclusion: your kidneys don't just filter blood, they filter your future. Every soda, every fast food meal, every sleepless night quietly shapes your kidney health. The habits that destroy kidneys are silent, but so are the habits that heal them. The good news? Every meal, every sip of water, every choice you make is a chance to protect these vital organs. Prevention is the most powerful medicine. Your kidneys are small, but their job is enormous. They filter, they balance, they protect. Yet, as we've learned today, everyday habits can either damage them silently or strengthen them for life. The science is clear: processed foods, dehydration, poor sleep, stress, and uncontrolled blood sugar quietly chip away at kidney health. But the good news is, healthy choices, hydration, balanced nutrition, exercise, stress management, and regular checkups, can repair, protect, and even extend kidney function. Remember, prevention is far easier than treatment. Dialysis and transplants are realities for millions worldwide, but many of those cases could have been delayed or prevented with simple daily habits. Every glass of water, every night of proper sleep, every nutrient-dense meal is a gift to your kidneys. So, the choice is in your hands. Will you keep repeating harmful habits, or will you choose healing ones that protect your kidneys for decades to come? Thank you for joining me today on Home Cooking and Home Remedies. If this episode opened your eyes, please share it with a friend, a family member, or anyone you care about, because kidney health isn't just personal, it's generational. Until next time, eat well, live fully, stay hydrated, and remember, your health truly is in your hands.